Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to the QP show. My name is Chris. I'm in the studio right now with Shlomo. And thank you so much for tuning in.
Welcome. This is the first episode, which is it's a long time coming, bro. I love how you got the sunglasses on too. I might have to throw my shits on. Right?
Man, you know, I'm a fan of the wake and bake, you know. But yeah, feeling great. Looking great, man. It all comes hand in hand, man. I'm fucking with your shades, bro.
You too, bro. You too are those Hill figures?
Nah, these are the Hilton Piccadillys, bro.
Those are the Piccadilly? I wish you could zoom in.
Yeah.
The Piccadilly joints are nice.
Hey, man. It is what it is. Swag.
Whew. Swag is right. Now, this show is going to be mainly, shooting the shit. A little bit of this, a little bit of that. But I figured we could start the show talking about something that is near and dear to my heart, and that is food. And the best segment of this show is going to be the food tasting. I feel like we should become critics down the line. But every week we're going to go to a different restaurant in Boston, and not necessarily Boston, but the greater Boston area, sample the food, review the service, make sure everything is top-notch. And if it's not, we'll let you know. But in the case of this past week, Chris took us to Crave Chicken? Crave Chicken.
Crave Chicken, man.
They didn't have pizza.
Chicken.
Yeah. Chris, how was your experience firsthand?
It's great, man. It's one of the best chicken joints in Boston. Crave Chicken's absolutely nuts, man. If you haven't been there, you need to get down there. We did the house sauce, man, which is the mad sauce, was it? Soy garlic?
Yeah.
Yeah, and we also had Angry, man. We were vexed. You know what I'm saying? So, Angry had your boy Shlomo over there sweating, man.
It had my lips smacking, bro. Honestly.
Yo, but that place is absolutely delicious, man. I found out about it through a friend, and I had to bring you by, man, because it was something to behold, man.
Listen, man, I'm telling you, I'm not even a big spicy fan, but it cleared my sinuses. It wasn't like the overwhelming kind of spice, where it's like, oh my beard is sweating type sweaty. It was good, and for me, I think the consistency of the chicken, right? One, it was like, pretty girthy chicken. It wasn't like, a little tiny boneless wing or, the wings or whatever. It was good, healthy meat, and the crunch of the outside is what got me, bro.
Yeah.
The crunch, bro.
That shit was fresh, bro.
Yeah, you could just tell, like, the quality of the chicken was A1. And so, I would highly recommend Crave Chicken to anybody out there. And they don't not only have chicken, they got, like, sushi, what else do they have on their menu?
I don't know, a bunch of stuff I don't eat.
But go to the chicken, definitely for the chicken.
Just send me a large combo, you know what I mean? So, if you're out there listening and you're looking to get some good-ass chicken, you need to go down to Crave.
Yeah, they'll take care of you.
Stop bullshitting, you know what I mean? Like, it's definitely the spot.
Hell yeah. I mean, in terms of chicken play, that's the thing. You spend $3 on about 20 chicken McNuggets, and you'll be filled. But I'm saying, like, that type of food, bro, it's gonna sit in your stomach, it's gonna rot. The next day, I felt great, and I was thinking about the chicken for 3 days, bro. Even now, my lips are watering, bro.
Hey, I can have Crave Chicken anytime, bro. That shit was delicious, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, when it comes down to the chicken restaurants, man, you're talking about, like, hate it or crave it, man. I'm definitely craving.
He said hate it or crave it.
Yeah. I'm definitely craving, kid.
So, Chris.
Yo.
Since this is a radio station, and we focus on music, I wanted to get your take on sort of the music you've been hearing lately. What type of vibes have you been diving into? I know we see each other every few days, so we're listening to a little bit of funk, a little bit of old school music. So what's been in your headphones last few days?
What's been in Chris's headphones?
Yeah.
That's gonna be wild, bro. That's gonna be really, really, really wild. Just because everything's in Chris's headphones, basically. I'm listening to all type of stuff. But have you heard that new Schoolboy Q?
No, and I saw him.
What?
Yeah, yo, listen. I saw him promoting it, right? And I haven't gotten around to listen to it.
Yo,
is it fire?
You need to bump it, man.
It's fire.
It is. It's pretty fire, and it's got a dope video out along with it as well.
Yeah.
The song's called Num Num Juice.
Num Num Juice.
I haven't quite figured out what it means, man. Like, you know, it sounds like some Cali slang or something.
It's gotta be, man. I mean, when I was out there, I didn't hear anything of Num Num Juice.
Yeah, I've never heard Num Num Juice in my life, but the track's fire.
It's fire?
Yeah.
Any notable features that you know of?
No, there's no features on the track, man. It's just Schoolboy.
That's dope.
Yeah.
It's been a minute since he came out with something.
3 years.
3.
Yeah.
Whew. But, you know, you gotta be patient when you're waiting on greatness.
Yo, I fuck with Schoolboy Q, man, from like way back, man.
Oh yeah.
He's been in the game for quite some time and always has quality tunes, man. He's always good for a hit.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, he's one of the artists, man, that ain't going nowhere.
That's facts, dude. And I remember when Oxymoron came out, that was basically what put me on to Schoolboy.
Yeah.
And there's certain albums that will have, you know, a lifespan in my car. Like, we were just bumping Mastermind, Rick Ross, which that probably has the longest tenure in my car out of any album. Maybe, like, Reasonable Doubt is up there. But Oxymoron had about, I'd say, like, 2 to 3 months in my car, just, like, letting it play.
Yeah.
You know?
He's a dope artist, man. You know what I'm saying? It's not typically, like, what you're used to.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, not only is he, like, a great spitter, but, like, his beats are so unorthodox sometimes, man. Like, he's just one of those artists that's gonna hop on, like, some, like, mystic random ass beat. Like, he reminds me of, like a New School Buster or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy.
And one of the most interesting tracks I ever heard him on was Collard Greens.
Yeah, Collard Greens.
You know, that's
sick,
like just
bro.
like the whole production of that song, just like, and the way he flowed on it, bro. Like, I knew at that point, like, all right, this man's gonna be a problem. And you know, he takes his time with his albums, which I understand. I mean, you got to, if it's gonna be good. I mean, sometimes you could pump it out, but some albums that feel like, you know, they just put together a project, and you could tell it wasn't very well thought out, you know. And I haven't heard his album, so I'm excited to see. I mean, 3 years in the making.
Yeah, it's not an album. It's just a single. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, it's just one song?
Yeah, but it's a song and the video. So go check out Num Num Juice, man.
Bro, I thought it was an album.
No, man. But, like, you know.
They had me hyped and shit.
Yo, the man's just been quiet for like a hot minute, man. It's not an album, but it's a hot single, man. And, you know, it gives you something to look forward to. Cause I'm sure he's, you know, an album's coming, you know, shortly.
Yeah.
He's back working.
Dude, he's in the stew. I love it.
Yo, you remember Hands on the Wheel?
Of course.
That ASAP and Schoolboy.
Yeah.
I think that's the first time I really got hip to Schoolboy Q, cause I was a big, like, ASAP Mob.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, that was me in high school, bro.
Way back.
That shit was crazy.
Damn, bro. A lot of new music. I mean, Schoolboy's dropping. Who else?
Dave just dropped.
Dave is the dude from the UK.
Yeah.
If you're not hip to Dave, you know, you definitely got to get hip at least now in the next few months, because I could see him rising to the top, bro.
Man, he's already there, man. You know,
but not over there, yeah.
Over there, he's Kendrick fucking Lamar.
But I'm saying over here.
Yeah, over here.
Yeah.
You know, he has a great crossover value. You know what I'm saying? I'm feeling like, you know, he can definitely do his thing.
Yeah.
Right now, he's got a couple tracks that are appealing to me. You know, right now, I'm really digging Psycho. You know what I'm saying? The name of the album is Psychodrama.
Yeah.
But the track number 1 is called Psycho. It's pretty nuts. You know, and it's followed up by another track that's fucking nuts as well. But, you know, Dave does that. That's kind of like his scheme. You know what I mean? Like, he's a great artist, man. And so if you don't know about Dave from UK, you should check him out.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, that's another thing that's in my earphones.
The UK, honestly, for a long time, I kind of slept on it, and for many reasons. I mean, when I was younger, like early high school, I thought it was kind of corny, like, you know, Furthermore, like that shit. Like I thought it was corny, but after really diving into not only like the hip hop, the grime scene, diving into more like film and not just like you showed me Shiro's Story.
Yeah.
And if people haven't seen Shower Story, check out Shower Story. But just like learning more about the culture and from like a different perspective, because I'm from Boston, so like when I think of British, it's like the redcoats. Like I'm not down with Britain.
Yeah.
But it's obviously 2019. You know, things are different,
right.
And the music scene is very popping over there, and it's been since the early days, since the 50s, 60s when the Beatles were popping.
Yeah.
And nowadays we see like the hip hop and I would say R&B too, because there's artists like Mahalia,
Ella May.
Yeah, Ella May, really taken off. And their music is just of a quality that's almost unmatched right now. And I'm excited to see like once some of these artists get transitioned over to the States, how big they're gonna get. And I think Tom Misch is a great example, bro.
Yeah, man.
Because he's not hip hop or rap, but it's like, it's good music, yo. It's good vibe music.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, man. Speaking of vibes, kid. I mean, have you been listening to some of that funk, man? Like, what's on your funk playlist right now?
Funk?
Yeah.
Ooh. Bro, I always listen to funk. And actually, I'm putting together for tonight, for Friday nights, the Friday Night Feels. And the first like 5 or 6 songs are all like funk, like old, like I'm talking like late 70s, early 80s, like Kenny Burke type stuff. Had to throw on some Rick James. I'm
Rick James, bitch. Yo, I'm sorry, I couldn't resist. I couldn't resist.
James, bitch. Classic.
Yo.
Oh man, but there was one song, and I'm gonna pull it up. I really, really fuck with. Hold on tight. Stimulator Jones.
Haven't heard it, man.
Oh my god, bro. We're gonna have to bump this.
Stimulator Jones.
Stimulator Jones, man.
I wonder what that's about.
Dude, I'm telling you, it's a vibe, bro. It just sets the mood in a good way. You know what I mean? But yeah, I mean, I've been listening to funk pretty much my whole life. I mean, if you look over on the other side of the room, we got albums on albums, and a lot of it's like funk, like early, like classic rock type shit.
Yeah.
But funk is just like, no matter what setting you're in, you throw some like old school funk on there, and the room immediately lights up.
Nice. Let's hear it, man. Stimulator Jones.
You want me to jump into it?
Man, hop right into that shit, man.
I got you.
You feel that? Feels crazy, right?
In your bed
Yeah, so Stimulated Jones, man, that was pretty dope.
You fuck with it?
Yeah, it's kind of wavy. You know what I mean? Definitely something I'd listen to. You know, I just saved it to my library here.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna be digging into
channeling your inner
into
Stimulated Jones.
Nah, I mean, you know what I mean? They already call me Stimulated Jones.
Oh, really?
You know what I mean? Yeah. I get it stimulated for sure. Yeah. Yo. Nah, man, but yeah, I just saved it, man. So, you know, thanks for sharing that.
Of course, bro.
You know, definitely get into it, man. I got a couple gigs coming up.
Yeah.
Here in the near future. You be spinning some funk, man. A lot of funk shit. You know what I mean?
Of course.
So, you know, maybe I'll throw
Where are you gonna be
a
spinning?
little stimulation in there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's a secret party, man. You know what I'm saying? I can't say much about it, but it's gonna be dope. It's gonna be a dope dinner. So, you know.
Secrets.
Yeah. If you know, you know.
Exactly. That's the way it should be, honestly. You know, some sort of exclusive event. You know, because nowadays things are open to the public. It doesn't feel as special. So when there is an exclusive event, best believe I'm gonna be up in there.
Yes, sir. Hey, if you know, you know. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Straight like that.
So
Yeah. You know, been thinking, man. I don't think we're alone out here, man. You know what I'm saying? Like,
you don't think we're alone?
Nah, man. And when I say like not alone, man, you know, some people. I don't know if you ever. Of course you have, man. You've seen Men in Black, man.
Men in Black, dude, classic.
Yeah. So you know, basically, like, it's like, hey, man, they're here. They're all around us, but they look normal. You know what I'm saying? But
they blend right in.
Nah, they're a little off. They're a little off. Some of us are a little off, man. You remember the tall boy?
Yeah.
From the restaurant? That boy was too tall.
That's true. I mean, there's a lot of tall people, though.
Nah, but you can't be too tall, bro. Yo, there's tall, there's really tall, there's too tall, bro. There's something about you, kid. You're a little strange, you know what I mean?
Hey, listen, there's I don't want to say freaks, but there's you know, people that are genetically different.
Yeah, I get it, man, but you know, sometimes it's just like you an alien. I mean, come on, you seen Zion Williams, man. This kid's not normal.
Yo, that dude is
he's
super.
He's one of the Monstars, man.
I couldn't believe when he ripped out of his shoe, bro.
Yo, he burst out the shoe like
my nana, like it was on TV. My nana was like, "Oh my god!" Like this dude ripped the sole of his shoe by like pivoting.
Yo, they be showing you sometimes, man, that they be aliens, man. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes then they didn't hold it down. You know, some weird shit go down.
Something tells you you've seen an alien.
Oh, I see aliens all the fucking time, B.
Oh yeah.
So you're telling me
on the red line?
So you telling me that you don't? Oh, definitely on the red line. yo, that's how they get around. Yo, that's their main mode of transportation, bro.
The red line, dude.
The red line, kid.
I've seen aliens at the red line, but that's just like an everyday thing.
Yeah, they're out here, bro.
Well.
Sometimes they be slipping, man. I caught one slipping at the gas station when we went to Crave.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yo,
he pulled up on the window. He was like, yo, he was just too happy, kid.
Yeah, because he's counting a stack of money, dude.
Nah,
anytime you're in the oil business.
He's fucking acting, man. There's a little fucking dude in there in the chair and shit, like trying to hold it down. You know what I mean?
Oh my god, you can't. That's my guy, dude. You can't disrespect my guy. Although maybe
I'm not disrespecting him. I'm just saying you're an alien, my guy.
Listen, that guy could very well be an alien. I'll give you that. I will give you that.
He's definitely an alien, bro.
I've seen him out there in all kinds of conditions.
Bro. My man is definitely an alien, kid.
Yo, you might be onto something, dude.
Yeah, I'm definitely on. I'm just letting you know. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know.
I appreciate the heads up. Because I've known this guy at the gas station right down the street from my house for maybe 6-7 years now.
Yeah.
I never thought anything of it.
No, I'm not saying that, you know what I'm saying, he's a bad guy. Don't get me wrong.
Okay.
Because he seems like a great...
he's a good shit.
He's a great guy, man.
Yeah.
He's here for our benefit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
You know, he's obviously showing love, you know what I'm saying, spreading love in his own way.
Right.
But it doesn't, I mean, he is an extraterrestrial.
He's from other worlds.
Yeah, I could tell.
I mean, You gotta be. I mean, he's
I'm not
connected.
saying that. I'm not saying that
man.
in a bad way, because a lot of them are sent here for our good. You know what I'm saying? To advance the human race, if you will.
That's such facts.
Because we're fucking slow.
Sometimes, honestly,
we're slow.
Chris, I don't know if you fall into the same. I don't want to call it trap, but it's sort of a trap. When I'm on Instagram, every so often, the Discover page. I'd say like once a month, I find myself on a random post that's like almost, conspiracy theory type post. And I'll just start scrolling. And then it gets into flat earth and satellites. And the one thing that really...
Flat earth is some bullshit, though.
Listen to this, though. Listen to this.
That's crazy.
Hear me out. I'm listening, I'm scrolling. And somebody brought up a good point. It was like, if there's, tens of thousands of satellites out there, how come we never see any past the moon? Like, when we're looking at the moon, how come you never see any float in front of it? Exactly, bro. I was like, wait, what?
Who the fuck asked that question? Man?
That's what I'm saying. I was just scrolling, and I'm like, a lot of it I'm like, this is bullshit. But that one, I'm like, wait, that's a good point. That's a great point.
And your eyes can't see that shit. Even if it was happening, man, like, you gotta get, like, a telescope. Like, that'd be my first question. Like, yo, when the last time you used a telescope, my guy? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I used a telescope in 2017.
But have you ever seen, like, satellites on the telescope?
No.
Have you ever, like, focused in on, like, a satellite? Like, yo, let me just, like, check it out. Like, some Star Wars shit.
Trick question. How do you know it's a satellite? It could be a star.
Yeah, but, they showed you what satellites are supposed to look like. So, obviously a hunk of metal, like, floating through space with the panels on it, doing this and fucking...
Yeah.
With lights and shit. Like, you're supposed to be able to pick that shit out, wouldn't it?
You would think.
I see a lot of pictures of the moon. That's true. And I see a lot of pictures of space, but I rarely see, like, satellite pictures of, like, satellites. Or, like, telescopic pictures of satellites.
Now you're thinking, bro. Now you're thinking.
Yeah. But when I do, you know what I'm saying? Like, who's to say, like, these things aren't just, like, rendered? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
CGI
these days, bro.
You can
show
somebody anything, bro. You can show somebody anything you want.
I got a question for you.
Yeah.
Do you believe the Earth is flat?
Hell no.
No?
Hell no.
Yo,
you're bugging. Yo, I heard about this flat Earth theory and all this other bullshit. You know what I'm saying? But, like, that's some real bullshit, bro. And, I come across a lot of bullshit.
Listen,
with that flat
Earth, I'm not gonna 100%
theory,
deny it, bro.
The flat Earth theory just don't make no sense.
I'm not saying that I believe the Earth is flat and you fall off into space. That's not what I'm saying.
Because we're not.
I think that the Earth, there's still areas that we haven't discovered, and Antarctica is one of them, bro.
The ocean is one of the frontiers. You know what I'm saying? That hasn't been fully explored.
I'm hip, but even so. I think Antarctica, what we know, all right, it's a big chunk of ice at the bottom of the globe. I don't buy that. I think if you go to Antarctica in that direction, I don't think it's all just ice, bro.
I think it is because, like, the sun is not hitting it, which further supports.
The sun is definitely hitting it.
No. It's definitely hitting it, but not, like, heating up. Like, it's on the bottom, bro.
So... And the Earth tilts, though. It tilts.
The sun, it tilts. It's on a tilt, so yeah, true. It's getting, like, some sun. But you gotta imagine, right?
Yeah.
That at the bottom down here, it's probably getting all the fucking sun.
That's what I'm saying. So there's probably some nice areas. I'm not saying, 85 tropical and shit.
In Antarctica?
But maybe, like, high 40s, 50s, which
is... In Antarctica?
Yeah.
Nah.
I wouldn't doubt it.
Fucking Antarctica. Go down there in your fucking hoodie if you want to. Shit. Yeah, go down there in your hoodie if you want to, kid.
Listen. I'll believe it when I see it. I will one day in my life go to Antarctica. Yeah. Just to check out the scene. Make sure, things are exactly, the penguins are falling in line, everything that I learned is all in place.
Yeah, as soon as JetBlue start going there, I'm with it.
Yo! Yeah. Speaking of JetBlue, in the news lately, there's been planes, jumbo jets.
Yeah, the 737 MAX 8 and MAX 9s.
Going down. Those are like the big cross-continental ones, right?
737 is a big commercial jet. It's like the ones you would normally get on, you know?
Yeah.
The Max 8s and Max 9s. I'm not really too familiar with the with those models.
I'm concerned because I booked a flight for sometime early.
Don't
in the
be
summer.
concerned that you're going to be on a Max 8 or a Max 9 because those are on the ground.
Oh, they grounded everything?
Yeah. Yeah, they're not flying in the U.S.
Word.
Like the government stepped in and, you know, they're not flying those planes.
They said cut it out?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what happened with the Indonesian joint that went down.
Yeah.
I'm not very hip on that topic. I've definitely heard about it, but
You know what's interesting? Because I remember a few
I
years
just
ago,
don't have all the information.
there was a plane, and I believe it was Indonesian Air, that just vanished. Remember that? Like, they sent out crews and shit, like, to find, like, we have no idea where this plane went.
Yeah, I mean,
That's some scary shit, man.
if you're flying over the Indian Ocean and like your plane goes down, kid, like, you know, and you're out to sea, that's got to be something crazy, you know?
Yeah, and think about it like this. I'm a strong swimmer, right? I've swam my whole life, living in the Boston Harbor, you know, swim around, whatever. But what are you going to do when you're in the middle of the ocean? Nowhere to
That's
swim
the
to.
thing. The radars, they communicate with the transponder, what's called a transponder in the plane. So it's blipping radars
Right.
to show its location, you know,
Yeah.
while it's in flight. But out to sea, there are no like transponder towers.
That's true.
So that's why you sometimes get planes that are on a route, they're flying ahead and then they we can't see them here anymore because they've gone outside of our radar reach.
Yeah.
And they're also like in between the radar reach of something else. So the plane is out there
Yeah.
and we know that, you know what I'm saying, like we've guided it through all the air traffic and got it out to where it needs to be. It's at like 42,000 feet and cruising.
Yeah, and it's chilling, and then
Right.
all of a sudden,
And it's off the radar.
boom.
So now what it should do in theory is fly into another radar space, contact them, right? So that they can get the transponder and
Right,
start
right.
figuring out where they are. So I'm guessing like when these planes go down and you know what I mean, they're out of like range.
Yeah.
And also if you fly at a lower altitude, like you're underneath the radar thing too.
Mhm.
It's flying under the radar. Like they can't
literally
see you.
under the radar.
So if a plane is going down or something's going on with it and it's, you know what I'm saying, either too out of shot or under the radar,
Yeah.
like it makes it very difficult. And you remember the ocean is moving too. So as soon as like any debris or anything was in the ocean, like it would go here, there, and everywhere.
Swipe you down.
So if they don't realize the plane's down in time, man, like, you know, some of these pieces, man, they will sink in the ocean. You know, like the most heaviest pieces, like the fuselage. And,
That shit's crazy, man.
yeah, they lost a couple flights, man. A few of them joints, man, they don't find it. And then there's some other joints that's like years later, they're like, yo, we found a piece, which is crazy.
Yo, you know what I believe in and one day we should do? And I know you are the guy to go with.
What?
I want to go deep sea diving
Yeah,
for some, like, treasure. I'm talking, like, pirate ship type shit.
yeah. But I mean, like, you gotta experience it first. Deep sea diving is absolutely fucking nuts, man. Like,
Really?
It's a whole different world. It's the closest thing we got to like space travel. When you go under the water, you'll see some things, right? And you gotta go to somewhere nice though, like where there's reefs and, you know, like
Yeah.
the Caribbean. Like there's something to see. Like if we were to dive in the Atlantic, it wouldn't be very fun. Plus there's
It'd be gross, dude.
Plus there's fucking gigantic sharks and shit.
Imagine
like, waiting
diving
to
in
fuck you
Boston
up,
Harbor, bro.
Yeah.
The bottom of Boston Harbor, what's
You won't
down
be able
there?
to see shit. You won't be able to see your hand in front of your face, man. The silt and shit, like it's made up different. Like in the Caribbean, like
It's clean.
there's sand.
Yeah.
Like this is like silt, like mud. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Bro.
I'd
I
love
do
to
want to
take you
dive,
diving,
man.
though,
Let's
man.
do it. Let's do it.
I'd love to take you scuba diving, man. Because
Would you
Yeah.
want to go to Jamaica?
nah, that's not really the best place for diving. I'd probably go to Nevis, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where I'm from too. So it's like,
So you know the spot.
yeah. I'd be able to take you around, you know,
I'm with it.
and show you what's up.
How long did it take to get to Nevis from, let's say, Miami.
From Miami, about 4 hours.
That's not bad.
No, it's not. It's not. And Neva's one of the most beautiful places you ever want to go, man, especially when you start scuba diving.
Oh, yeah.
And you're seeing all the beautiful different, like species, and,
yeah.
you know, you're discovering new species as well, like, new to you. So, you know, all the time discovering new things is dope. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's thrilling. It's a life experience. Like,
yeah.
You know?
I went snorkeling in the Red Sea when I was in Israel.
Yeah.
And, you know, you're wearing the life vest. And so you can't really go down, so you're just kind of floating. But from me to, like, you know, the end of this desk, there's, like, a coral reef. And, like, ones that look like brains and, like, little fish going in and out. And, like, the color scheme and just, like, how vibrant it was, I was like, is this real life? Like, I couldn't believe how beautiful it was.
Exactly, man. And, like, even if you look at things like in art, if you stand back and you look at it from a distance, you see it one way. But if you really get in close and you really start to observe, like, really, really close, there are even more tiny organisms in there.
Like microorganisms.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? But there's some that you can see with your eyes. So even getting in that close and seeing that little tiny, like, spider-looking thing, like, it's fucking crazy, kid. You've snorkeled, but you've never been, like, you've never seen all of, like, the thousands of other things. And literally, when I say thousands, I mean thousands of new discoveries. When you get real close, you gotta try it, man.
That's not snorkeling. That's
scuba.
Scuba.
You gotta scuba, dude.
I'm trying to scuba.
You gotta scuba.
I'll be Scuba Steve.
Scuba Steve.
Let's go.
Scuba Steve.
Honestly,
let's fucking do it, man.
I would love that. I would love that, man.
Yeah, that's.
When the time is right, bro, we're gonna be Scuba Steve out here. That'll be me, man.
Scuba Steve, man. That's dope. That's dope, kid.
Oh man.
Yeah, man. Fucking brings us where fucking Celtics basketball, man. You want to talk about it?
I would love to talk about it. I watched the game the other night.
Yeah.
I'm feeling good. I'll say it now, and I've said it at the beginning of the season. When they were 10-10, everyone was on them, hounding them, and I said, listen, give them some time to work together. You know, you have superstars coming back into the mix. You have the role players who last season, they were, you know, those were the guys, and now they have to kind of step aside. And, you know, for a while it was rocky. And even up until about a month ago, it was very rocky. But I said, the Celtics will pull it together at the end of the season at the right time. They're going to come together. I know it. As soon as, like, I'd say right before the playoffs start is when they're going to catch fire, and it's going to be incredible.
I'm really digging, like, what I'm seeing out there right now, you know? Like, for a while, I saw them going through whatever, you know what I'm saying, changes they had to go through, and it did take quite some time, man, you know?
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Certain things that we were expecting, man, like, you know, it just didn't come to the light like how we expected it to. But sometimes expectations is crazy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And life will remind you of that. Like, yo, you can't really, you know, set too much expectations because, you know, then you start feeling like, oh, you let down or da-da-da-da-da. But, you know, you got to instead, like, go with the flow.
Exactly. Now I got a question for you. Shoot. Out of all the Celtics players, who would you say either surprised you the most or that you're taken back by their performance, good or bad?
I say Jason Tatum, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's gonna be an odd response. You know what I'm saying? But Jason Tatum. Yeah. You know, it's been that way for a couple years, man. Like, you know, like I can remember looking at his highlights, you know what I'm saying, from college, like, and saying, man, this kid's got something, you know what I'm saying? And I still believe he does, you know what I'm saying? And he's got the juice, man. Like, he came out, you know, his rookie year, man, had a fantastic rookie year. And, you know, it's continued to be a consistent player, you know, a good team player. You know, he seems like he gets along with everybody on the court, you know, for the most part. Like, you know, he's a real part of the team now. Yeah. And it's just his second year. So, you know, he's giving me a good feeling, man. You know what I'm saying? Pause. But But you know, I really have enjoyed what he's done so far for the Celtics, and you know, he still remains, man, one of my favorite players that I like to look out for when I'm watching the game.
Tatum, he's electrifying. You know, it's just his skill set is you can see every game he's getting better and better. For me, I think one of my favorite players to watch is Marcus Morris.
Yeah, Marcus Morris is great. He's excellent.
He really stepped up this year.
Yeah.
You know, when shit was going south, you know, he was putting up 25 points a game, getting boards, fighting for rebounds. Like, he's sort of leading by example.
He's a force.
You know,
he definitely plays a lot of aggressive ball. You know, and that's what I like about Marcus Morris. He's a go-getter. You know what I'm saying? He'll get after it, man. You know, and I really like that, man. I love to see his hustle. I think that you know, his hustle is inspiring. You know what I'm saying? It spreads like wildfire when you start to see Marcus Morris get in the zone. You know, everybody else kind of, you know what I'm saying, starts picking up the pace as well.
Oh yeah, another player that does the same, very similar, if not better, is Marcus Smart.
Yeah.
He's the heart and soul of that team at this point.
Yeah.
And even the other night, I saw Kyrie dive on the ball, like dive on the ground for a loose ball.
They were hustling.
I love to see that.
They were hustling.
I love it, man.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, pretty much, man, like the Kings, they're a good team, man, but the way the Celtics are hustling right now, man, it's tough. It's tough. You know what I mean?
I look at the East, too, and I'm not even scared, honestly. I look at Toronto, who, you know, they have Kawhi, okay. I'm talking playoffs. They have a new coach from this season. Their team, yeah, they're doing pretty well, but you know, they haven't really been faced with that type of pressure. Like when the heat is on, I trust the Celtics 10 times over. And the same goes for Philly. Every single year we whoop Philly's ass. And it's just like no matter who they add, we're still gonna body them. So they're not even a question. The one team I will say is the Bucks. The Bucks are fucking nasty. Like the Bucks are nasty.
Hey man, it is what it is.
So that's gonna be a dogfight, and I already know it. As long as we can come out of the East, I look at the West, and it's a joke. Houston is the only team I could see giving us a problem. If they made the finals, Golden State, we would watch them. You saw what happened the other night. The Lakers are not even in the playoffs, so that's whatever. And who else in the West? I mean, OKC, not gonna happen.
I don't know, man. Like, you know, also speaking of OKC, man, like, what's your take on the Russell Westbrook Utah Jazz situation?
Oh, I did see that. Now, I watched the video of him, like, you know, the press conference, and I've seen, you know, throughout, personally, like, seen, you know, people heckling athletes, and then seeing the video of like his reaction, and I could tell, like, you know, he's emotional. Like something definitely was said because he's not just gonna say that to a fan. And I think there is a line. You know, you can heckle a sports fan. I mean, I do it all the time. You fucking bum, this, that, the other. But if it's racially charged or it's like a malicious chirp, I call them chirps. I mean, if you're yeah, you know, let's see a little bit more hustle, this, that, the other. Like you're allowed to heckle. I mean, you pay your money, you're allowed to heckle, but I think there is a line, and whether or not the guy who said it crossed it, because I did see that there was like a post-game interview with the fan who said that, oh, like, go ice your knee, and he thought he said, get on your knee, or something like that. I mean, maybe he did. I wasn't there.
Go ice your knee?
That's what, yeah, did you see that part?
Why would... All right, heard you, bro.
That's, yeah, and I'm like...
Go ice your knee.
Well, yeah, I guess he was, like, wearing the knee packs or whatever. But, I just think that, like, there is a line, and, you know, as fans, you have a responsibility not to cross it.
Yeah, I totally agree with that, man. You know, we got to show respect, man, when you go out, you know, you're in public, man. You know what I'm saying? Show respect to other people, man. You know what I'm saying? You show respect, you get respect. You know, you disrespect and you get checked. You know? And... It's something crazy, man. It comes along with the sport, like what you're saying, man. You know, but there's a way how you do it, you know, and you know, saying racist things, man. You know, that's it's disgusting, bro. You know, and I don't agree with it. You know.
Yeah, and the thing is, that was out in Utah, Boston historically is known for being very racist.
Yeah.
You know, as like we got to change that, and it comes at an individual level. Like if you hear someone say some shit, you got to check them. Like you said, check them, because if it goes unchecked and if the athlete's not the one checking them, you gotta, you know, as a fellow, you know, sports goer, whatever you may be, you gotta make sure that shit's not tolerated. I mean, granted, I've said some shit at sports games. It's never been like racist, not, but it's like, you know, I yell, you effing bum, like, you know, shit like that, where it's not like a personal attack. It's more just like surrounded on the team.
Facts.
You know, which is fine. I mean, I don't see a problem in that. But when it comes to racism, I know that historically, you mean there's been incidences at Fenway Park with you know, the Red Sox, people yelling shit, and it goes back as far back as, you know, as the Sox were even in town. So
it just sucks, dude.
Yeah, I mean,
you know, it really sucks, man. You know that people even today in, you know, 2019, bro, like we still gotta be going back and forth like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, that's wild, man. You know, come on, man. We all know, like, we're all the same out here, bro.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like how it was. So I don't know why certain people feel like, you know, they gotta continue to, like, you know, act an ass.
Yeah, literally, you look
public,
like a complete
like,
idiot too.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
some people maybe try to be funny, and it's like that type of shit is not funny anymore. It never was.
It never was. Yeah.
You know, but I mean, we continuously see it in the news, and now with, like, you know, the availability of cell phones and shit, the type of shit we see on the news. Last time I was watching the news, there was a plane crash in, like, somewhere out west, and it was like a dashboard cam, and the plane comes, like, you know, coming in sideways. Everybody was all right, but they crashed, like, literally in front of the car. And that type of shit, just seeing that on the news, I was like, yo, we live in a wild time, an absolutely wild time. And, you know, the fact that there's cameras everywhere, you have to be conscious of what you say. And even when there's not cameras, you know, how you treat someone is a reflection of you as a person and, you know, your family. You're representing not just yourself, but you're representing your community. So when you're out, let's say at a Boston Red Sox game, you're not only representing yourself, you're representing the entire city. Because when
That's
an
a
athlete
fact.
goes home, they're saying, oh, Boston, that place is full of racists, this, that, the other. You're making everybody look bad.
That's a fact, man. And I wanna commend Gail Miller, who owns the Utah Jazz, for actually speaking on it. You know what I'm saying? And she wanted to express to us that the Utah Jazz and the Utah community, you know, they're not a racist community. She wanted to share that message with us. So, you know, I appreciate her getting up in front of everybody and just addressing the whole issue, because, you know, like that type of stuff is nuts, man. You know, like, we're all sports fans, man. You know, like, we go to games.
Yeah.
We back our teams, you know, to the fullest, 100%, bro. You know, and we back our city 100%. You know?
Right.
So, you know, when you're right, you're right. When you're wrong, you can't be strong. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I appreciate, you know, folks like her stepping up and making the announcement and stuff like that. You know, just it goes to say something about that organization and, you know, where their head's at.
Right.
Yeah. So respect to
respect
to the Jazz, man. You know what I'm saying? That fan who is out there wilding out, you already know what you can do, bruv. Yeah.
You know where you can stick it, buddy.
So, you know, that's basically how I feel about that, man. But you know, we're kind of on the same page. Well, I mean, we are on the same page.
Yeah.
With that, along with that. So, moving on. Have you heard about Odell Beckham Jr. to the Browns?
Bro, when I saw it, my first reaction, I texted you.
Did you think that was a good move?
I felt bad for him because the Browns are trash, dude. And, like, yeah, like, he might be able to come in and make some noise, but, like, they're not going to win shit. Like, I'm sorry. So, the fact that he's out of, like, our conference, I'm like, all right, word. Like, I mean, sucks for him, but you also told me they got some young talent they got to hone in on. I know their quarterback is new. Baker Mayfield, that's their guy.
I guess, I don't know. Who knows? I just
he's not that good. But here's the thing: you got a target like OBJ. that team is immediately goes from like a 15 to like a 50 out of 100. I said they started off pretty low in my book.
They got a lot of work to do.
Yeah, but how'd you feel? I mean, you like the move?
I thought it was funny, but that's just me.
What about AB going out to Oakland?
Yeah.
For practically nothing. Or was it AB or the other dude?
AB.
Who's the other dude that got
AB.
traded? From Pittsburgh.
Mm-hmm. There's been a lot of trades, man. I've just been seeing them like chiming in, but like, yeah, the AB trade piqued my interest. The OBJ trade was funny.
And the thing is too is there's a lot of conversation around athletes. They think they're getting too paid too much, and they're controlling the game. And like LeBron, for example, they say, "Oh, he ruined the game." Now athletes are kind of they're banding together and that. I'm like, listen, they're playing a sport that the maximum that they can really play till is what, 45, 50? And so like you got to make your money while you're in there, and nothing is guaranteed. So like if they can make as much money as possible while they're playing, I'm all for it. Why not? And as long as they're entertaining, they're respectful, they're not super arrogant, I can get behind it.
Yeah, I mean, shit, you gotta get your money, man. I ain't never mad at somebody getting their money, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel it, but not every move I think is a perfect match.
The one I will say is I'm disappointed in KD.
Yeah.
When he went to Golden State, man, there was a chance he would have come to Boston, and I'm not mad that he didn't, but he joined a 72 or 73 win team. Come on, bro. Like you're basically just they don't need you. They're like same thing Draymond said. Like they don't need him there, right? He just joined so he can get the chip, and like part of me is like, okay, I get it, but at the same time, like where's your level of competition, right?
Yeah.
Like those are the best people in the entire league. I guess if you can't beat them, join them. Nah, like you're a professional athlete. The kids look up to you. You want to, even if it takes 4 or 5 years, like put that work in. And that's why I couldn't respect the move, man.
Yeah, I mean, shit, they gonna always be creating some kind of super team, man. You know what I'm saying? Like this shit does happen. It doesn't make it fun. You know what I'm saying? A lot of the times, especially if they're like multiple like super teams, it makes,
and the same teams every single year in the playoffs.
It makes it tough, man. You know what I'm saying? It makes it tough to watch the season, man. Like,
except if it's your team, then you're like, oh, word. Like,
yeah.
if the Celtics are back into the dynasty, I'm all in.
Yeah, Lakers look like trash. I just want to slide that in there.
The Lakers, bro. Come on.
True that, bro.
Ugh.
Come on, man.
It's not even funny. It's like I wish they were better because when we do win the chip, I feel like it's only right that we go through LA to win it. Just for like historical purposes. Like we gotta beat them.
You just want to go run through the squad real quick.
I do, and now it's like we don't even have to. It's like an easy game right there, easy layup.
Oh man, nothing's easy, man. Anything can happen, man. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm more focused on what we're doing out here. Big up the Celtics. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
the boys.
Yo, you already know, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just out there, man. It was great to see, Kyrie with the triple-double and, like the way how they were hustling out there all night last night, man. With the big win over the Kings, man. Excellent, man. Congratulations, guys. That shit was, that's what we want to see, man.
One thing I want to slide into, I'm 3 for 3 for Celtics games. I've only been to 3 games in my life.
Yeah. We've
won all 3. So
Perfect.
If anybody has tickets and you're looking for a good luck charm, you know where to find me.
Facts, man. Fact, though.
You know how it is.
Yo, you heard about Conor McGregor and them, right?
No, I saw a mugshot of him, but what happened?
Yeah, he got arrested, man. And, it was something petty, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was a dude, man, trying to snap a photograph, man. Obviously, Conor didn't want to be photographed at the time.
Yeah.
Maybe... I don't know, I don't want to speculate on what happened, 'cause I don't know the details, but essentially what they're alleging is, you know what I'm saying, like he Conor grabbed the phone and smashed the phone, and now Like the guy wants to press charges, obviously. He wants a little 50. Like these fans, sometimes it's crazy because like I see now in like the day and age of like social media and shit like that, like fame is out here, like it's up for grabs.
Yeah.
You know, you
you
could slip on some ice and become famous. You could become a meme, dog. Like you could become a meme mad easy, bro. So, like, you know, like there's cameras everywhere.
It's true.
Kid.
It's true.
You do one thing, man, and they put that out on the internet, bro, and it's viral, or you know what I'm saying? Like people are realizing, like, you know,
you could get the more bullshit.
Yeah, but they're using other people too. And like that's what's happening a lot with these fans, even the Utah fan, you know what I'm saying? Like this guy Conor McGregor, he smashed your phone up, bro. Like, you really mean to say, like, yo, you know what I'm saying? Like,
how can you sue for that too? It's like, dude, first of all, you could sue and maybe get like $300 for a new phone. Yeah. But like, if it's any more than like $500, or I don't know how. Actually, an iPhone's like $1,000. So like, anything more than $1,000, $2,000,
you could just settle that out.
Yeah. But the thing is, he probably, knowing this dude, he's probably suing for like millions or something.
He just wants to be in the news.
That's all it is. Unbelievable.
He just wants to be in the news, man. It's not that deep, bro. Yeah. And that's nuts, man. So do you think that celebrities should be required to take pictures whenever we say we want a picture?
No, not at all, bro. You know why? Because as much as they're a celebrity, they're a person, bro, at the end of the day. And one of the things that always stuck with me was I've seen a video of Kanye taking his trash out or something in like the middle of the night, and he's got paparazzi all over him. I'm
in
like,
the bushes, bro.
He's like, you're vultures. Like, what are you doing? Like, I'm out here just trying to live, and they're like harassing them. And there's a certain point where like paparazzi and media and fans, they're needed in order to, you know, keep people relevant. But at the same time, if someone respectfully says like, hey, like, you know, I don't want to take any pictures, you can't be all on them. You know what I mean? And like, I'm not in that scene where like I'm even going for photos. Like, I like to just experience things in the moment, right? Because like, think about a concert. I hate seeing people Snapchat and, you know, the whole thing. It's like, dude, did you even watch the concert?
Yeah.
And how often are you gonna look back? Oh, this is a great concert. You can barely see shit. Like,
yeah, it's all grainy and shit.
Yeah, and it's like you're not gonna look back on it. So just enjoy it in the moment. So I have a different perspective. But when it comes to celebrities, I think it's a level of respect, and I think people they forget that. They think that because this person's on the news, this person is a celebrity, that you can say what you want to them and they can't do anything. You know, in the case of like, I don't know if you've seen the Afro Man video where the chick jumps on stage and he turns around and hits her with a haymaker. Bro. It's like people find out, you know, real quick that you can't be doing that kind of shit.
Yeah, the Afro Man shit was wild.
Yeah, he forced it, no doubt about it.
You more than forced it. Why you gotta hit her like that, bro?
Bro, he mollywopped
hell,
her.
Man, what the fuck? Yo, Afro Man, if you're watching this shit, man, what the fuck, bro?
Yeah, get it together, dog. What are you doing?
Yeah, man.
Shit.
You're snapping, cuz. Yo, I get it, but, you know what I mean? Also, in the news, mass shooting in New Zealand, man. I was telling you about that before we got started.
That's awful, dude.
I just want to touch on it.
Today?
Man. Yeah, it's a bit historical, man. And I don't know, certain news has been hitting me like, you know what I mean, more than it probably should, or has. I'm not saying, excuse me, not more than it should, but more than it has, like in the past, man.
Right.
You know, like a lot of the headlines I'm seeing now are outrageous. You know what I'm saying? The headline is mass shooting at Christchurch Mosque, and also possibly at the hospital where they took the victims in New Zealand. You know what I'm saying?
Wait. They followed the victims to the hospital?
Possibly, man. Like, this is the news I got.
That's some malicious shit right there.
Yeah. So, you know, like, apparently, like, these folks were at a mosque, man, and a gunman just came in and opened fire. I mean, nothing that we haven't heard already, but it's always crazy, man. And, you know, like, those people are real people, and, like, they're really victims, man. Like, you know?
Yeah.
Like, we live a decent life over here, and we, you know, a lot of us never get to experience something like that firsthand. But when bullets are flying, bro, and like you don't know if you've been hit or or if you've been hit, God forbid, man, like it's fucking crazy, you know? And when you're talking about like a place where the innocent children, innocent people, man, like they're just going there to do whatever they do, like religiously. There are a lot of like hate groups out and that hate them for that.
Was it a targeted thing? It was at a mosque.
I mean, you gotta think that it was.
Right.
You
It
know?
had to be. I mean, come on.
I mean, when you got a bunch of innocent folks getting hit, right, and you got a bunch of innocent folks just dying and whatever, man, like folks that, you know, we can just deduce like these are family people.
Right.
They're not in the mob.
What is there to be done though?
They're not in the mob, like, you know what I mean? Like, gangsters aren't just pulling up on them. You know what I'm saying? They went to the church to pray. Let's be realistic, man.
Yeah.
And you know, somebody came in there, you know, with their automatic weapons and their firearms, man, just squeezing rounds into the crowd.
And there's sort of this it's a double-edged sword, because I've heard talks that, all right, how do we stop this? Do we not put it in the media? Because it's sort of like the Zodiac killer type thing, where like once you put it in the media, it becomes a big thing. There's the copycats, people that wanna be known for that. They want to do that type of shit. But if we don't talk about it, it's going to continue to happen anyway. So it's sort of like no matter what we do, it seems like it's still going to happen. And now that you say it's in New Zealand, I mean, this was a problem in America, you know, for the last 15, 20 years of just mass shootings. I saw the other day there was one in Brazil, a school in Brazil.
Yeah.
So now we're seeing it all over the world, and I'm sure it happens, but now that we're seeing it in the mainstream media, it's frightening.
It's not. It has to be. You know what I'm saying? Like, we need to see these types of things because, you know, like if you're in the area, if you're in a proximity of something like this, that could actually save your life. Like, you know what I'm saying? Hearing about it in the media. Say, like, you're on the road and, you know, you're heading downtown to Boston and you're listening to the radio or you're listening to a broadcast or a podcast like this, or you hear something and you're like, oh, there's breaking news, like this and that just happened. Mm-hmm. And it's in the area where you're heading. Imagine driving into something like that, into a situation where there's an active shooter. And, like, you're like, oh, like, you know? You just pull up and there's just fucking rounds popping, like. It's crazy, man. Like, you know, it's not just for entertainment purposes. Like, and the news is an important part of life. You know what I'm saying? And they're doing an important thing when it's reported accurately. You know?
Right.
There's a lot of bullshit in the news too. Like, the news is like, just like sports too, is like starting
Filler
to become
shit.
more gossipy and shit too. You know what I mean? But
yeah.
But in its core, it's for the people to know. Like, what's going on in, like, the areas where you can't see, like, or where you may be going in the future. You know, they share with us the stories of what's going on in our world.
Yeah. I agree, it's important. But at the same time, it's like, I take a lot of what I see on the news with a grain of salt.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
You gotta be informed. I mean, I read a lot on, like, Twitter. I read a lot on... there's a blog, World Politics blog, that I follow. One of my professors, my freshman year, going back almost 5 years now. I took a intro to world politics. This man puts out a blog post pretty much every day of just world politics. Very well informed, cites everything. Like, it's very interesting. So I'll follow that. I'll read the news. I try to stay up on as much as possible, but you know, unfortunately, majority of it is just negative, man. You hear mass shootings. Even last time, watching news with my Nana, there was a family out in somewhere out Midwest. The father had killed like the wife and the 3 kids, and then himself, and then burned the house up. And it's like shit like that, where it's like, damn, like I don't want to hear this type of shit. Like, it just brings me down. But at the same time, you're exposed to it, so there's nothing you can really do other than take it and say, wow, I hope that, you know, I can make this world a little bit better, because you're seeing the shit that goes on.
Yeah.
And for me, I feel like, all right, if I see that all this bullshit's going on, it makes me realize that I need to be better. I'm not the one doing this shit.
Yeah.
But I need to just step my game up, just because to make up for the other shit that's going on.
Yeah. You don't ever think that something like that's gonna happen to you. you know. But that's
Until
the
it
crazy
does.
part. That's the crazy part. Like, you know, like at some of our workplaces, we go through active shooter
Drills and stuff.
drills,
Yeah.
and you know, like there are different like kinds of drills that you have to go through, like in the event that something would happen, like, you know, like run, hide, fight type of shit. You know what I mean?
Right.
And it's crazy because, you know, you do it and you don't think, you know, the drills, they're unrealistic. Like, they just make you go outside real quick and, like, walk around to, like, the side of the building or something, like, where you guys are going to meet. But it's crazy, man, when people are popping rounds and people are falling and going down and there's glass, and it's a whole different monster, man. You know what I mean?
When the
like,
real deal situation happens.
Yeah. And I mean, like,
Oh.
you know, when it happens, you'll know what to do. Most of the time, it's just run.
Yeah. Just get to a safe place, get out.
Yeah, most of the time it's just run, man. You know, but
Well, yo, before we end the
crazy.
show, I want to end it on a good note. So, if there's any words of wisdom or something that you're looking forward to, you know, I want it to be positive, because talking about like shooting the show is not how I want to end the show. I want it to be something uplifting.
Exactly.
So, Chris, I need some words of wisdom from you, or advice.
Words of wisdom or advice.
Or it could be anything. It could be, you know, something funny.
To stay positive, my friend. You know, a lot of times we don't think that we have control of our situations. You know, there are things that are affecting us emotionally, physically. You know, like we got a lot of shit on our minds. Sometimes our minds are racing, you know, in this thing called life. You know, we've been let down a little bit. You know what I mean? We get down in the dumps, man. But it's important to realize that you control the situation.
Facts.
Like you can be as excited or as happy, you know what I'm saying, as you want to be, but you need to raise, like, it comes from inside. You need to, you know what I mean, like, build that up and just let it go, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's the top of the morning, man. We're living in Boston, Massachusetts right now.
Whoop.
The temperature is about 61 degrees, man. For the first time this year, I put away my big coat, and I don't feel worried about it at all.
Yo,
You get what I'm saying?
I love that, bro.
Like, I'm ready to start the day.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Of course, I work a PM shift, so, you know, I got to get out here, you know, start heading into town a little bit later than everybody. But I know there's so many people in town right now just enjoying this great weather.
Mm-hmm.
Granted, it's a little bit overcast.
It's a little
That's
wet.
okay.
A little wet and wild, but hey, that's not
all
a bad
right.
thing.
You know what I'm saying? But all in all, I feel really positive about, you know, what's going to happen today, man. I feel really positive about the possibilities. I feel really positive about, you know, the choices and, you know, the people I'm going to encounter going forward today. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I just want to go into the day, man, do what I do, spread love, man, eat good food. Eat good food, man. I'm about to pick up some fucking good food, man.
Go pick up some Crave chicken.
Crave chicken. I wish I could pick up some Crave chicken, goddamn. But you know, that's an experience, bro. Like again, man, we bring it back to Crave chicken. Get out there and definitely eat Crave chicken, man, because the shit is fucking delicious, kid.
It's right in Chinatown, you know.
Yeah.
So, with that being said, I want to say thank you for tuning in. If you're tuning in out there, thank you to Chris for coming through to the stew, and we'll be back in 2 weeks.
Signing off.
Adios. Peace. Make sure you go to massmusicradio.com to check out more music. And don't forget, listen to more music.
That's right.